I can tell by the level of informed subscribers to this channel that most of you guys are actually doing this type of work. But for those that don't do this type of work, you're just a player and you hear all these different conversations about frets and fret dresses and refrets, and on the left you can see the profile of the new fret wire. To the right you see the profile of the original fret. So what happens is, as the frets wear out, you can see that the crown on the right there has flattened out. So it's not just that your guitar starts to buzz and you can't seem to quite get a grip on the string if you want to do a bend, that kind of thing, but it also affects your intonation, because now that the fret is flat on top, it's not fretting in the center of the crown, and it needs to for you to have perfect intonation along the entire length of the neck. Just wanted to kind of clarify that, because I get that question all the time, you know, why would you bother changing frets? Well, there's lots of reasons. The other thing I want to close on with this conversation is the height of the fret. People ask, okay, well, what's the difference between kind of a low fret and a high fret? Well, in a word, the higher fret gives you more traction. So for the left hand, if you're bending, trilling, hammer-ons, any type of fretting hand, fingerboard gymnastics, you just get more traction with a higher fret. Now I know some people like a low fret, but I would say in the last 20 years anyway, the sentiment has definitely shifted more towards a higher fret. Well, I hope that clarifies things for the newly initiated fret students. Cheers, Mike McConville here, StringTech Workstations. I've just dropped a new set of EVO frets into this maple fingerboard Strat. These are my rough dimensions. I don't have 1.5 inches of fret hanging out over the edge of the fingerboard, so I'm just about to do my edge dress to bring them right flush. But before I did that edge dress, I just wanted to show you how close I get those tolerances. Alright, now the edge dress is done on this guitar. I wanted to show you, before I completely close this in, how we mask off a maple fingerboard so you don't get those black smudges of the compound all over your nice white maple. Before I close these last 3 frets in, I just wanted to point out that I run a small piece of tape parallel with the fingerboard just under the tips of the frets all the way along. We're confining the exposed frets, so that's the only thing you see when we're done. Those fret ends are all now buffed to a mirror shine, smooth as silk, no barbs, no jagged edges, absolutely perfect. You can see why we masked off the fingerboard. You see all that compound on the edge where I buffed out that edge dress. You really don't want that smearing all over your nice white maple. You'll see when I peel this off, it'll be like the day it was made. Here's a good close-up view of the finished job. These are the EVO 151, so 100 wide, 51 thou high. Now we're going to drop that David Gilmour EMG harness in there. Okay, here's a quick rundown just on the David Gilmour harness. So I'm just going to do the same lick over and over again so you can actually compare apples to apples. The bridge pickup. Next position. Next position. Next position. And this is just the neck pickup. This is your typical master volume. This is a high-low scoop. As you bring that up, it increases the highs and the lows. This tone now is actually a mid-range boost, so you can get a big, thick, creamy sound out of a Strat that you don't normally hear. We'll do this sort of scientifically so you can actually hear. Bridge pickup. Now, as I bring up that high-low, I'm going to open it wide open. So what it's done is it's increased the top and the bottom, but not the mid. Now this is with the high-low boost right up. And I'm going to turn the high-low boost right down and turn the mid-range right up. Here it is, straight up. And with the mid-range. Let's start again with no EQ first. Now bring them both up halfway. Middle position, both EQs off. High-low up. Let's turn that high-low down and bring the mid-range up. Next position, which is our next out-of-phase position. Let's turn them off. They're straight up. Mid-range boosts. Mid-range down and high-low up. Lastly, we got neck position straight up. And mid-boost. And mid-boost off and high-low range. Here's our neck pickup straight up. And with the boost, mid-range boost. A neck pickup with the high-low boost. That out-of-phase position, again. That's straight, and this is with the mid-boost. And then the high-low boost. Here's both of those EQs about halfway up. Middle position, straight up. Mid-boost. And then high-low boost. And then a touch of both, mid and high-low boost. And of course we've got those brand new EVO frets, so there's tons of traction. It's great for that left hand. You can do any type of trills or hammer-ons or pull-offs or vibrato. This is our middle pickup, and we'll turn that EQ right down. And then a little bit of mid. Turn the mid down and high-low. And then a little of both. That out-of-phase position, that's these two pickups. Straight up. And with the mid-boost. Mid-boost off, high-low. And then kind of half and half with the mid and the high-low. And lastly, neck position, straight up. And then mid-boost. Mid-boost off, high-low. And then a combination of both high-low and mid-boost. And then shut them both off, straight up. Okay, so I hope that helps to clarify that whole EMG David Gilmour harness and how it works. It's very versatile and super quiet if you're recording, but I did red out a cavity in the back for the 9-volt battery. These are active pickup. And that wraps it up for this one.